Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, we are from the 9th group. Let me introduce ourselves. I am Nabilla Balqis Munawaroh, and my friends are Finkha, Resti, Fauzi, and Ummu, Hani, Habibah. In this video, we'll have presentation about growing up equal and discourse markers as key to meaning. So let's get started. Growing up equal. 1. Before you read. A. Look at the title and the introductory paragraph. Number 1. What is the text about? The answer is, the text tells about the gender stereotype when parents take care of their children. 2. Who is it aimed at? Answer. I think the text is aimed to parents. 3. What is the writer's point of view? The answer is, the writer's point of view is the writer does not agree with the existence of stereotype because basically men and women are the same. B. Vocabulary. This word and phrases will help you understand the text. Appropriate behavior, aware, barriers, bias, attitudes, capabilities, challenges, discourage, encourage, equal chances, equality of the sexes, feminine, female, gender stereotype, inherent, innate differences, masculine or male, opportunities, outmoded, physical appearance, qualities, career, self-worth, society, survey, treat differently. C. Think about the following question. Number 1. Do we male and females grow up equal? Answer. I think yes. Male and females grow up equally. Do we raise our children equally? The answer is, I think no, because most of parents still treat their children differently between boys and girls. 3. What gender stereotypes are you familiar with? List them here. The answer, boys. Boys are generally expected to be strong. Boys generally expected to be more capable than girls. Girls. Stereotype tell girls that how they look is very important. Always girl who has to do the housework. Girls identical to the color pink. 4. Do teacher or parents tend to treat boys and girls differently? The answer is, I think yes, parents or teacher treat boys and girls differently. D. Skim the article quickly. Notice the names of people. Who do you think they are? Answer. David and Mira Satker are researcher. Heather Johnson Nicholson is director of the National Research Center for Girls. Brenda Skonhout is a New York City mother. 2. While you read, think about this question. 1. What problem is the text about? Answer. Gender stereotype. 2. Does the writer give reasons for the problem? Answer. Yes, the writer gives the reason from the problem. 3. Does the writer suggest any solution? Answer. Yes, the writer provides a solution. 3. After you read. A. How much did you understand? Paragraph 1. Equality of the sexes is largely mandated by public policy and law. However, outmoded ideas about gender are still deeply rooted in our culture. Paragraph 2. A feminine girl should be non-assertive, accommodating, and somewhat illogical in her thinking. Paragraph 3. According to researcher David and Mira Satker of the American University in Washington, D.C., boys and girls are often treated differently in the classroom. They found that when boys collect answers, teachers usually listen and offer constructive comments. When girls collect answers, teachers tend to focus on the behavior rather than the content of the response. and are likely to say something like, please raise your hand to speak. Paragraph 4. Some people believe that differences between the sexes are both important and natural, thus the writer thinks that it's bad for girls to play house. No, the writer thinks that it's okay for girls to play house. According to the writer, should be activities that are appropriate for only one sex? Maybe no.
Paragraph 5. Female stereotypes discourage girls from acquiring many skills that will allow them to become economically independent. Similarly, male stereotypes discourage boys from developing skills that will help them be loving partners and parents. Paragraph 6. Women. Paragraph 7. New York City. Paragraph 8. Mother is worried about consent about the way self-worth is tied to beauty for girls. Paragraph 9. The message Nicholas was trying to deliver was stereotypes tell girls that how they look is very important. To counteract the idea, parents can look for ways to challenge and support their daughters, and to encourage confidence in ways that have nothing to do with physical appearance. B. Text analysis question. 1. What is the general attitude towards equal opportunity of the sex? Paragraph 1. Answer. Applying gender equality talk between male and female. 2. What does the writer claim about our society attitude to gender? Paragraph 1. Answer. The author claims that outmoded ideas about gender are still deeply rooted in our culture. Place attitude about sex difference pose challenging question for parents. 3. How does the writer define gender stereotypes? Paragraph 2. Answer. Gender stereotypes are rigid ideas about the compatible behavior and inherent qualities that are considered normal for each sex. 4. What do the example of feminine and masculine in paragraph 2 demonstrate? Answer. A feminine girl should be non-assertive, accommodating, and somewhat illogical in her thinking, and masculine boys should be strong, unemotional, aggressive, and competitive. 5. Explain the following quotes in the context of paragraph 3. Boys and girls are often treated differently in the classroom. Answer. Men and women are often discussed when they present their options in the classroom. Teachers would listen to the opinions or ideas of men, while women would often comment on the attitudes of women who should remain feminine. What does the writer present in paragraph 5? What function does it serve? Answer. Female stereotype discourage girls from acquiring many skills that will allow them to become economically independent. Similarly, male stereotypes discourage men from developing skills that will help them be loving partners and parents. Its function is to provide an understanding that men and women have the same degree. 7. List the solution that the writer suggests for overcoming female stereotypes. Paragraph 8 to paragraph 9. Answer. Parents can provide understanding to children that physical beauty is not everything for women. Besides, the parent can also provide encouragement for children so that children learn and want to pursue higher education. 8. What is the writer aim in the article? Is there a message? Answer. The writer wants to say something about this particular stereotype between a woman and a man is very important. The message that the writer is trying to convey is that men and women have the same degrees. Even more so we are in modern times, the stereotype should be left behind. 9. Explain this quote in the context of paragraph 5 to 7. Female stereotype discourage girls from acquiring many skills that will allow them to become economically independent. Paragraph 5. Answer. Female stereotypes are enough to prevent women from gaining much knowledge, experience, skill that might make women economically independent. Naman the broad public opinion of women will only be a wife who work at home, so women don't have to worry about having to be educated. 4. Close reading. A. Markers. See the skill section discourse marks page 139 to 145. 1. The word however in paragraph 1 marks the transition between contrast and contrast. 2. The word while in paragraph 4 shows the contrast between what we give girls and what we give boys. 3. In paragraph 8, the word nevertheless shows the contrast between the present situation and what we can do to help our children. 4. Paragraph 4. Fill in the marker of addition. They believe the difference between the sexes are not only innate and natural, but also somehow necessary. B. Passive verbs. Underline the verb and identify it as active or passive. Inherent qualities that are considered normal for each sex. Paragraph 2. Passive. How are children exposed to these stereotypes? Paragraph 3. Passive. Society functions as a kind of sorting machine. Paragraph 6. Active. C. Few or a few. What does the underlined words mean? Circle to correct answer. Few people would give pink boots to a boy. A small number of. A few people work on the research project. Many.
Practice 31. Can you identify the meaning of these markers? What do the words in bold signal in each of the following sentences? 1. Since air has weight, it also has pressure. The markers of science is cause. 2. Does one musical genius pay tribute to the man who has been called the greatest musical genius of all times? Thus is summary. 3. Unlike adult-child relationship, child-child relationships are more egalitarian. Unlike is contrast. 4. The second type of morning person is the just 10 minutes more person. It is a addition. 5. Although each person's life in the relationship are colored by psychology, few people understand the concept of developmental states and how these states affect relationship. It is a contrast. Neglect at home leads to behavior problems at school. Leads to, it is a cause and effect. 7. I get things done the night before. However, I always leave my shower for the morning. However, that is a contrast. 8. Researchers now believe that we dream in order to make a connection that we don't recognize in our waking state. In order to, that is a purpose. 9. We also consume with our daily life that we forget to look at the large picture. So, it is a cause and effect. 10. Because gestures can say different things in different countries, body language can be a problem for a traveler, because that is a cause. 11. The rich didn't become interested in public sanitation until a cholera pandemic started to kill them too. The markers of until is chaos. 12. Discoveries in public health changed the life in the rich as well as the poor. As well as that is addition. 13. But still some doctors refuse to accept the truth, but still is a contrast. 14. Consequently, it is impossible for a North and South American, but to be comfortable when they talk to one another unless one can adopt the zones that are normal for the other. Consequently, that is a effect. 15. We also know that at least three isolated groups of mountain people, whose air is pure, commonly live at least 100 years. Also is a addition. 16. The solution are known, yet no one has bothered to apply them. Yet that is a contrast. 17. Once researchers were able to identify the neglected children, they could begin to determine how to help them. Once is time. 18. Even though everyone wants to attain a certain status, individuals differ in how motivated they are to attain it. Even though is contrast. 19. While Jackie Kennedy analysis placed high value on status and the respect of her social peers, Howard Hughes had both but neither made him happy. While is contrast. Practice 32. Can you identify the meaning of these markers? What do the word in bold signal in each of the following sentences? 1. When early humans were in danger, their bodies underwent change that made it possible for them to run. Thus, the stress response was once very useful. That is a conclusion. 2. The good effects of deep breathing are not only physical but also emotional. That is an addition. 3. If there isn't enough oxygen, the blood has to move through the system faster. This results in higher blood pressure. That is a cause and effect. 4. Modern science doesn't have all the answers to this question. We do, however, know a few facts about theirs. That is a contrast. 5. Emotional tears come from feeling, while reflex tears result from getting someone in the eye. That is a contrast. 6. Since crying reduces stress, it can help prevent this illness. That is a cause. 7. So, to keep well, it may be a good idea to let ourselves cry. That is a summary or conclusion. 8. Those who watch television very often talk to their families just as much as those who don't. That is a comparison. 9. Despite innumerable diets, Americans have become fatter and fatter in the last 30 years. That is a comparison. 10. In some schools, violence is so common that it is not unusual for police to be called in daily. That is a effect. 11. Some people want money not in order to have an easier life, but so that others will admire them. That is a purpose. 12. When someone else is organizing our time for us, as the instant during lesson or work hour, we are part of a routine. That is an example. 13. He arrived to his office at 9 a.m. and is creative until 12 past 30. Then, at 2 p.m., he returns to his desk and is creative until 5 p.m. At which point he goes home. That is a time sequence. 14. Bob and Ellen are able to organize their life in such a way that they can product work in high quality that is effect. 15. Obviously, it's work in the way that suits his character, that is opinion.
Okay, I think enough from our group. And thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.